Marketing on Reddit is scary. Or is it?
We'll figure it out in this video, how to promote your business, startup, a product while being okay with being hated and banned, because that's what happens if you push a lot your product, which is what you should do in the early stages. Reddit is getting a lot of traction lately in the indie hackers community, in the startups community. It's a new channel that you can leverage to get new users, but also Reddit gets its reputation for hating marketers.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think people hate more on Reddit?
I think because it's anonymous, but also people like Reddit for being authentic and genuine and not as results on Google that are just SEO after SEO and you don't really know if it was wrote by someone who actually understands the topic or it's someone just hired to write something from quick research.
Yeah, the rule for us is generally if we try to plug our stuff, we always try to provide value first. That's like, everybody will tell you that. But there are situations where you're gonna just think of anything helpful and you are like, this guy would be perfect for my product. I would love to just plug my stuff, but I don't have anything useful to say. I don't have any advice for him. Just be upfront about it. Be honest. Just tell him, I realize this is a shameless plug, but I really think this product would be amazing for you because I see you are struggling with the exact problem I'm building a solution for. And just say this, just be authentic. And they will appreciate it. They appreciate honesty. Like the authenticity of Reddit, it's a double-edged sword. People will hate you, but also people are super authentic there and they will appreciate it from you.
Yeah, there are two ways you can generally promote your stuff on Reddit. First, as Alex said, being super honest and upfront. And the second is being super genuine and super subtle. Like there is no middle ground. If you do it in the middle ground, so being kinda slimy, promote it, you know, like, hey, this is a product that I found, it's really amazing, and you post it and there is no real value for the community, people will realize this. You can smell it from the miles.
I've seen actually cases of people doing exactly that. Like, I found this product and I think it'll be useful for you. That's the moment the Redditors will actually click your profile and they will see that you do this shit a lot. And it's like, it's obvious it's your product then, and exactly it's.
And you are not saying this upfront, so you will get hated and banned.
Exactly. But if you're just super honest, super authentic, they have nothing to like use against you because you told the truth, right?
But you still can get hated and banned, and that's okay. We'll get into why it's okay and why it doesn't matter so much later in this video. We have a lot of experience with Reddit growth. We have been banned a few times on different subreddits, and we have been hated a lot. And still, we get a lot of traction and Reddit is a huge marketing channel for us. First is posting in general. You can either launch your product on Reddit, you can post a valuable blog post, a summary or some research you did, or list of tools or whatever, where your tool, your product, your business is part of. Another way is actually jumping into relevant conversation. This is very powerful because you can do it sustainably and for a long time. And it's hard to be banned this way because you are actually jumping into conversation where someone is looking for a product solution, a problem, or they are having a problem that you are solving or you know about. And if you come in, you actually provide value, you actually help the user, and then you plug your product at the end. While the product is helping with that problem, it's super hard to get banned. And we, like, from 90%, 95% responses are like, wow, this is super helpful. I never knew this was like this existed. Thanks for sharing. Okay, this is an interesting, another way to grow your product on Reddit is DMs. And we don't agree much about if we like it or not. You can always tell that someone is mass DMing people. It's not relevant to you, it feels weird, and like, I never opened the link, I never interacted with the person, never. So using tools to spam thousands and thousands of people, even if they are relevant from subreddits, not a good way to do promotion Reddit. But there is a good way to do DMing. Like, if you are part of some conversation that is already going, or you found some conversation that is relevant to you, and you feel like plugging in publicly is not the best way, you can outreach to the person asking question or conversating in the post, but then being really custom, specific.
Just say, I saw your comment over at this subreddit. I know you're struggling with this problem. I have the solution for you. That way I think DM can work.
It still can feel a bit intrusive, and I also think that if you answer publicly, you get more exposure because there are people coming to the post that you don't see. They are not upvoting, they are just seeing the post. So it's better than sliding into DM, but you can slide into DM if you want to go into like much deeper conversation around some topic, and it's still valuable at some points. Last but not least, pay-per-click on Reddit, advertising through their marketing platform. I think it's definitely worth playing with it and experimenting. It's quite cheap. You can get a lot of views. You can target by specific subreddits. The problem is it's still promotion. It's super visible. It's super straightforward. It's promotion. People on Reddit don't like promotion, as was said in the beginning. But if you do it right, if you do it very organically, very genuine, maybe funny, and it's really like a post, it can work very well. Okay, but still, if you do this, and if you go all in into Reddit, right, you are posting a lot, you are trying to repurpose your blog post, your videos, you are commenting, and so on, you will still get downvoted. How should you feel about it?
I think the best way to do it is maybe think about why this was upvoted. Maybe you didn't read the room properly, maybe you didn't provide enough value. I would say just learn from it, honestly. There are comments where I had some downloads and I was like, okay, I can see kind of why, because if you check the other comments, it's a different vibe. But it really depends on the situations. And sometimes maybe your competitors were sniffing around, so maybe they downvoted you. It happens, anything can happen. So there's not always a lesson to learn. So I would just don't worry about it too much.
What's important to keep in mind is that if your post or your comment gets downvoted or 0 upvotes, it will just die quite quickly. Nobody will care for it. But if you succeed by posting 20 posts and one of them catches on fire and you are on top of the Reddit, it will stay there for a day, for 2 days. It will get crawled by Google, it will get into Google results, and you get a lot of win for it. So it's similar like to the success stories of startuppers or bootstrappers or like entrepreneurs, right? Like if you are successful, everyone is talking about your success, overnight success or long-term success. If you are not successful, nobody really cares.
It's a life lesson.
Yeah,
just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it!
Getting banned on Reddit. It's annoying, but it comes with it. It's normal and it happens. People always tell you to read the rules, but they are quite similar to each other on every subreddit, so it really depends on the mods and how lenient they are. There are some mods that are just on a power trip, they will just ban you no matter what. But there are also mods that are understanding, you can build a good relationship with them, and you will get away with plugging your stuff, helping people and being active.
Generally, banning is not happening too much. It's like, if you are doing it a lot, if you are spamming a lot, first you will get a heads up from the mods. Like, hey, this post was taken down because blah blah blah. Posting and comment. If this happens to you, like try posting and commenting, but not linking actually your product or any product, and just typing the name. People will still, if it's helpful, go into Google and paste it in and find your product. This works as well, so don't be afraid of it. Or you can build a good relationship with the mods. Reach out first, being like, hey, I built this tool, it's free, or there's a free plan, or I think it's really helpful for this community. Can I post about it? If the mods are at least a little bit okay, they will be like, yeah, why not? You can do it.
I think they hate the most if you're going rogue on them, if you're doing stuff that they specifically forbid and you're doing it again and again.
If you are active, you are more likely to pass through this filter of mods. One thing that I hear very often from our users is how often to plug your product. What should be the ratio between you posting and just helping others without plugging the product, and you posting and plugging your product? To be honest, we plug our product almost every time we post or we comment. It's the best ratio for us to give us enough value to do this. But it depends. If your niche is really small and you have just a small subreddit and you will plug your product every time, it will get played quite quickly. If your target audience is broader, you have multiple subreddits, feel free to post and plug your product every time to get the most value.
We keep saying plug your product when it makes sense. What does it mean when it makes sense?
It's your problem space, but your product doesn't solve this problem exactly. it's still worth jumping in and helping others to build up the karma, for example, but not plugging your product. This is when it makes sense. It makes sense when you can actually help the users in the post. You can actually help with the product. I think that's the rule. Alex, karma. Your karma is huge on Reddit. How important is karma on Reddit?
I think it's overrated a little bit. I think as long as you build it up to be able to post anywhere, which the threshold is not that big, it's kind of different for each subreddit, but generally it's not so huge. It doesn't matter if you have 100k or if you have 5k. Nobody's going snooping through your profile seeing, oh, this guy only has 1k karma, I'm not gonna believe him, I'm gonna report him.
And even 1k is a lot, I think, like 50, 100, like it's okay, you know, not everyone comments on Reddit, it's still okay. If you have 0 and you start posting like crazy, that's weird.
Yeah, and you won't even be able to create a post or something, so you have to get involved a little bit, build up the karma. You don't even have to do it on that specific subreddit, just get involved anywhere. If you are a Reddit user, you can visit subreddits based on your hobbies or something, you can participate there.
Yeah.
It will help you build up karma. So not everything on Reddit has to be work related, and half of my karma, maybe much more, is based on me participating on subreddits, which are like my hobbies. So
football,
mostly.
Soccer. Okay, here is how not to be scared of Reddit and leverage it as your new marketing channel. First, be genuine, be part of the communities, post things that are actually helping. Second, don't be afraid of being downvoted. It's okay, it's part of the game, it will die quickly. The post that will catch on fire will stay there for a long time and will give you a lot of relevant users. And last but not least, being banned is part of the game. It can happen on different subreddits, respect the rules.
And some subreddits are not questionable.
See you in the next video.